Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do another video that is a Poshmark Q&A of questions that I have gotten from my Poshboss HQ group. I do encourage you to go and join that. I will link that down below, but let's get into today's question. Okay, so for today's question, Beth writes, "Hi Sydney, I just became ambassador a couple days ago. But since then, my sales slowed down, and no matter what I do, I don't see much activity. I self-share my items 6 times a day and follow people and share their items and do the 30-minute method. I also list or relist between 3 to 5 items a day and still nothing. It's very frustrating. Before becoming ambassador, I was doing more sales and there was more activity in my closet. Any advice?" Okay, so I actually get this question a lot. And it's asking me if becoming Posh Ambassador slows your sales. And the answer to that, in short, is no. Becoming a Posh Ambassador is not going to affect your sales in any way. Becoming a Poshmark Ambassador, they have this list. If you go in the app, you see the list that you have to do, of things that you have to do to become a Poshmark Ambassador. And so when you're striving to become that Poshmark Ambassador, you are doing these things consistently every single day. And I feel like a lot of people, once they reach that goal of Poshmark Ambassador, that they kind of slow down. They aren't doing these things. They aren't active in the app as much. And, in terms of this person's question, they're saying they are active in the app, so you also have to take into consideration there are going to be very slow times of the year. There are 2 significant slow times that you need to expect and plan for throughout the year, and those times are January, right after Christmas, and this time of the year, which is July/August. If you're watching this later, it is, we just got into August. And, for a few weeks now, people have been saying that their sales are just absolutely in the negative. So, this is what happened to me a couple years ago when I was only selling on Poshmark. And, this was when I kind of first started doing this, more seriously. And it causes a panic. It really does cause a panic when you get to this time of year and your sales slow down, and it's because, people are on vacation, people are not really buying things, they're trying to save up for back to school shopping and Christmas shopping, so people aren't doing much shopping this time of the year. If you notice in retail stores, they are all doing their semi-annual sales. This is when Amazon does their huge Prime Day. This is just an overall slow time of year for the retail business. So I do not think that Poshmark Ambassador slows your sales. I think the time of the year slows your sales, or if, you are not doing the stuff on the Poshmark Ambassador list as often. Once you hit that goal, a lot of people slow down and they just expect it to just, get this influx of sales and followers once you become a Poshmark Ambassador, and that's simply just not going to happen. You will get followers from it. It will help you with that, and that will help your customers to take you more seriously. But don't expect your sales to just skyrocket whenever you become a Poshmark Ambassador. All Poshmark Ambassador is saying that you have met these requirements set by Poshmark, and that Poshmark basically, certifies you as a recommended seller. So, some tips I have to kind of combat this time of year is to, just consistently list. You need to be listing. You need to be sourcing. Just try to source things that aren't necessarily like seasonal items. Like, you need to be sourcing things like jeans and shoes. And, I keep coming back to that. You'll hear me mention that in a lot of my videos. But jeans and shoes are 2 things that people buy all year round. And so, now we're about to get into a busier shopping time. So you need to be mentally preparing yourself and financially preparing yourself if you do this full time. You need to prepare yourself for January, because January is going to become another slow time, and that's when sales are going to trickle off from Christmas. And you need to be prepared for that time, whether it's putting money aside, whatever you have to do. You need to be prepared for these times of the year when sales get slower and, you know, your income is not going to be as high selling clothes this time of year, because people just aren't buying them. Even in back to school shopping, you know, a big part of people's budgets has to go towards notebooks, pens, supplies, school related costs. People do sports that they have to pay for. You know, a very small portion of their budget is for clothing. Most of the budget is for school and school supplies, and that's just how it is. But you have to be prepared for these times of the year when sales slow down. And, you know, it's something a lot of people struggle with, but you have to budget for it, and you have to put money aside to be prepared for times like this. And it also helps to, you know, maybe you want to start looking into branching into other platforms. Like, I love Poshmark. Poshmark is my first love. But it's very, very difficult to have, you know, a full-time income just from Poshmark. You don't want to put all of your eggs into one basket. Majority of my income does come from Poshmark, and I'm truly grateful for that. But it is not the only platform that I sell on. It is the platform that I recommend people to sell on, because in my opinion, it's the best platform to sell on. It's the easiest. I've had the best experience on it, so that's what I recommend to people. But, you know, plus there are things that you can't sell on Poshmark, like hard goods and, you know, toys and things like that. You have to sell those things on other platforms. So, you know, this might be a time to look into, like I did a few years ago, into diversifying your income. And, you know, you can't just try to pick and choose and blame like your slow sales on just one thing, like Poshmark Ambassador. So no, I don't think that Poshmark Ambassador is necessarily hurting you. I think it's a combination of several things. You know, if you notice that your things aren't getting traffic, maybe go and look at your closet, re-photograph, maybe, you know, consider doing free shipping on stuff. You know, if you have older inventory, do free shipping to move it. You know, with the offer to likers feature, you can send out offer to likers and, you know, maybe move things that way. Encourage people to buy things, hold sales, you know, buy one, get one half off, or, you know, whatever kind of sale you want to do. And then just really try to focus when your sales are slow. Use that time to focus on learning and educating yourself. Maybe learn some new brands, learn some new kind of items to source. You know, if you find maybe it's something you've never sold before. Maybe you don't sell a lot of bags or a lot of jeans. Maybe, you know, that's the time where you can start learning to sell new items. So it's a great question. You know, it happens sometimes when sales get slow, and I know it's frustrating, but you have to use that time to kind of, you know, start branching out and adapting to these new features that Poshmark keeps putting out, and start preparing for the busier times of the year. Use that time to list. Make sure your closet is stocked. Make sure your photos are good. Make sure you have measurements, details in your listings. Go through your listings. Maybe get rid of some stuff. If it's something you've had sitting a while and it just hasn't sold, get rid of it, get some new inventory. So that was an awesome question, and I'm glad I got the opportunity to talk about it, because I do get the question quite frequently about Poshmark Ambassador. And, you know, just when you hit that Poshmark Ambassador status, don't slow down. You have to keep going, and you have to maintain that momentum. Okay, so for our second question for the video, Lanita asks, "Hi, I would like to know, how do I get the referral code for friends and family to invite them to join Poshmark?" Okay, so the referral code is going to be your username. It wasn't always like this. It was like a random code, but now your referral code is going to be your username. So let me show you. If you go into the app right down here, your closet name is in this corner right here, and you're going to tap on that. And then you are going to go to this right here where it says invite friends, earn cash. And you're going to tap on that. And you will see your code right up here. And that is what you need to give people if you are referring them to Poshmark so that they can get their $5 credit. And if you have not signed up for Poshmark, you can use my code and that will give you a $5 credit. And that's important because you have to buy something to become a Poshmark ambassador, so you can use that $5 credit towards your purchase to become a Poshmark ambassador. So, but that's how you get to your referral code that you can share with your friends and family once you sign up for Poshmark. And that's going to be our Q&A video for today. Like I said, if you are not a member of my Posh Boss HQ group, I do hope that you will go and join down below. It's a free group, and there are some great conversations going on in there every single day. Also, follow me on Instagram. It's at Sydney L. Posh. I'll put that down below as well, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. That tells me that you guys like these videos, and make sure you're subscribed and click the little bell so that you don't miss a video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!